Right.
But
So
I stay in my lane. Yeah.
You work predominantly with couples,
Families in crisis, and I do still a lot of mentoring and coaching.
okay,
Right. One-on-ones.
right,
That's where I kind of started. But yeah, mainly it's couples, and what we're doing now is we're taking a lot of people that are in the realm of social justice, so leaders and pastors and their wives that are having issues because of their work and the stresses, the compassion stresses in their work, to create a safe space for them to detox, for them to just kind of have a place to let it all out and be in a safe place, right? Because how many pastors do you know that will tell all their business just to anybody? No. You know, how many leaders? No. So we're trying to create a space where that happens, and they can go through a restoration process and be fresh and ready to go. And so those are the things. And again, it's a couples thing. You're
right.
right. It's a marriage thing. You're right. So
Okay, interesting. And do you, as a Christian counselor, do you lean more towards Christian clientele, or it doesn't matter?
well, it doesn't matter. It's not that I lean. What I have as a practice has grown organically for the last 12 years, 15 years, where it's all referrals. It's not something that I go out and advertise. I have churches that we're a resource to, that they send me their people. There's 2 churches that send me their leadership, right? Their associate pastors, because they confide in me. The associate pastors don't necessarily know who I am, because I don't go to that church. But because I come highly recommended from the senior pastor, you know, it works. And I always, I do it. I always ask them to take off that pastoral hat, right? So when we're in a session, you're Jim and I'm Eddie, right? You're Zach and I'm Eddie.
Right.
She's Jane and I'm Eddie. Let's take that hat off, because in most cases, when um, we're not willing to be vulnerable with who we are and not what we do, and separate, then in most cases that's part of the major problem, right?
Okay, so Derek, you have any questions before? Because I'm going to get a little personal real quick.
Get personal.
Okay, so how do you deal with? I'll use me as an example. Me and my wife come to see you for counseling.
Okay.
Now, not that I would gladly if we needed to. I don't have any problem with that. People think we're the happiest, greatest couple on the planet. They don't know what happens on the inside. You know, it's not a front we put on, because I mean we're pretty good, but there are times, you know, we have our little scraps.
Facts. Everyone.
How do you deal with someone like me, whose extreme personality I can kind of take over? And I know that's why I'm a talk show host, because
Yeah,
I take over. And I know it.
I think I unraveled your plan to use our podcast for free therapy week after week.
You do, don't you?
Oh,
It took me 26
there it is.
episodes.
26.
I'm a little slow. A half a year. I hear where you're going.
Why are you letting everybody know our business, Derek?
That's
go there,
funny. That's funny.
I'm helping you
there.
out, Derek, too.
What's it? No, I'm perfect. I have no issues at all.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is, how do I deal with a personality like this?
I've been known to kind of be a bull in a china shop. All
right. So in this craft, some of the things that they teach us, it doesn't always work, but it helps. Is that when I sit a person like you in my office, I sit them in front of all of my diplomas, certifications, because that assures that what I'm making as a statement is I know what I'm doing, and it's just not a fly by night kind of thing,
Sure.
right? Second thing is I make you feel like I don't need you, you might need me. Number three is I make you feel like I'm not against you. I'm actually on your side as a man, right? Very carefully. And then I say to you, after today, if you're not comfortable with me, it's okay that you find another counselor.
Okay.
A lot of the counselors won't do that in risk of this,
Right.
right? They won't go there. But I have the luxury of saying to you, listen, if this is going to be like pulling teeth and you're not comfortable, I don't want you to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time.
Right.
But give us an opportunity. I can't fix you. I can't give you a pill that you're going to take tomorrow and you're going to be different. But together we have the solution. And the only thing that I can guarantee you is clarity of thought, right? Most of us get in trouble because we don't know what to do, because everything that we've done doesn't work. We've exhausted, it doesn't work. So now there's no clear direction. I can come, listen, discern, and say, well, have you considered this? I'm happily married. I don't have these issues. This is my story. I'm going to sleep great at night. It's your decision.
Right.
Right. So those are the little things that I use in general, especially with people, with men. And ironically, most men like you don't want to come to counseling, period.
Oh, no, I'm the
Because,
opposite. I enjoy it. But
yeah, but that's because of where you've been in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most men don't like counseling or therapy, and this is why. Because we're built to fix. We're fixers. By our nature, by what God has deposited in us, we're fixers. We have something about having someone else, another male, come in and tell us how to fix what perhaps we broke. And so they have issues with that. And so it's not about, hey, I can fix you. It's about, hey, let's have a conversation and maybe together we can figure it out where it'll give you clarity of thought of what direction you have to go in. I'm not taking your role, right? I'm not replacing you and saying, hey, move aside, let a real man fix it. I'm not doing that. I'm coming
Right.
alongside of you and saying, hey, listen, here, use these tools. I'll let you borrow these tools. Use these tools. You can fix this. And this is how I would do it. Show me how you do it. Oh, that's better, but maybe it's just a tool thing. Maybe it's just, whatever. You have to tread lightly because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to win over your trust where you give me an opportunity. And in 99% of the cases that I've had over the last 12 years, that's never failed. Where now the guy says, man, you know what? I was wrong about you. I didn't want to come to counseling or therapy. But you made it so easy, you made it comfortable, and you didn't judge me.
You're
Right?
able
Do
to
you
knock
think that
the chip off
do you
your
think
shoulder.
that coming from a culture of macho male dominated helps you, gives you an advantage on what the inside of
Uh,
do you know what I'm saying?
maybe. But also seeing a lot of stuff on the streets, seeing a lot of patterns in just men in general. I've been blessed that I've been around a lot of different cultures, right? And especially male friends. I've had male friends from all walks of life, and I can adapt. I can, I'm like a chameleon. I'll do any type of culture. I'm pretty good with trying to have uh, conversations that can kind of, cement certain relationships, or just be cordial with people where they're at, meet them where they're at. But I think most importantly for me is that I'm transparent.
But like I noticed, like just through interaction, that like machismo culture, like is very like. This is gonna sound so bad. I shouldn't even
No,
say this.
say it, say it, say it.
I've had situations where Puerto Rican men are very upset about something, and their wife is acting sheepish, and they're together, and it doesn't stop until I chest puff heavier, and then it goes right to, okay, we're cool. It's so weird because I'm the Dutch guy
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
how we function.
Exactly,
But like
exactly. And you're
and obviously it's like a generality, right? But like I
yeah,
noticed that culturally that um it sometimes it takes a bigger chest puff to get someone back into
mm,
negotiation phase.
correct. You're
And that's
listen.
why I asked you that.
You're 100% accurate, right? You're dead on. The sad thing about especially Gen Xers, right, and the baby boomers is that we wear that heavy, but that's what we were taught, or I
So you're
should say
saying it's
that's
big
what
time, it's a generational, it's pretty big influence. Yeah.
it's generational.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then it heightens. You know where it heightens? When you are raised by a single mom and you're told you're the man of the house. So now, as you get into your teens, you have no regard for authority at all, any type of male authority, right? And so that
Mhm.
enhances if you have a grandfather,
Oh, yeah.
right, that or an uncle that's a male chauvinist or machismo, right? Then that enhances that 100%, because now on top of that, you've never had a father figure. You're the man. You were the father. You were the man of the
Does
house.
that put you on high alert at all times?
Yes, and unconsciously you live that out, and
Yeah.
you think no man's going to tell me what to do. Why?
Right.
Because in essence, in the back of your psyche, you have your mom's blessing.
Sure.
Women can't raise men. They can try to do a phenomenal job. Women can't raise men.
He is
Um, eh,
never going to win
eh,
a Democratic, nomination.
no, no, no. But
You
Yeah, but
threw
I
that
want
away
but you
tonight.
flip it.
Remember that when it comes back in
but
7
I'll
years to
flip it
haunt
though.
you.
I'll flip it
but
for you.
but but
I don't
I'm
think
gonna flip
men.
it. I'm gonna flip it too in a minute. I'll let you flip it, but let me say this. But there will be, and there's always a man figure, a male figure, be it an uncle, being a grandfather, being a youth pastor, be it whoever it is, that's a model that can assist in that manhood phase,
Right.
right? And that helps the mom, the single mom. And I take off my hat to single moms, because they're very, very, very brave to do this by themselves. Most of them are brilliant. They just had a deadbeat guy, right? So so yeah, I I I think that's the remedy there. So
Well,
flip it. So flip it, Zach.
yeah, I don't think that guys can raise girls.
It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, I had daughters
It's
and
tough.
I'm glad she had her mom because there was things I did not want to deal with.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know,
But but
I
it's
don't know how
not
to explain
designed.
that.
No, but it's not designed to be that way,
Right.
right? And
That's why God
that's the
made
point.
man and woman to be together.
And so the enemy is attacking the institution of marriage for that same reason, because the offspring of dysfunctional families is dysfunctional people.
Sure. And we see it
And
more and
voila,
more today.
there we go. No regard for a lot of things, blurred lines, doing life the way they want to, not the way it should be. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's the reason why I'm passionate about what I do.
And one of the things that frustrated me when I was in the single dating game You meet someone who's been single for a while. They've been raising their kids. Their ex is either deadbeat or just he works a lot, so he sees them every other weekend. Whatever it might be.
Mhm.
You know, I got lucky. I had my kids 50% of the time, so we worked it out. That was the most important thing to me. I told the judge, I don't care about anything else. I just want my kids. And but I was grateful that they had their mom because there was times that you go back to mommy now. It's that let her deal with that.
Mhm.
But I saw in many cases where the women were raising their kids, and guys do it too, but they were friends with them.
That friend zone.
I'll never forget my dad said to me one time. I was in high school, I don't remember, and I said, he walked in, I was like, "Hey, bud." He's like, "I'm not your bud, I'm your father. We're not friends." And like that hurt. But then I realized as I got older and had my own kids, oh, that made sense. Once I had kids, then me and my dad became friends. Because then he was a grandpa and he was papa. He didn't care, you know. But I'll never forget him telling me that. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. We're not friends. I don't talk to him about things that I talk to my friends about. I talked to him about dad things. He taught me how to be a man, how to cut wood, how to mow the yard, how to do what he was supposed to do. Then when I had kids, I'd call him up and be like, "Dad, I don't know how to change a diaper. I don't know what the freak's going on. I'm losing my mind." And then he's like, "All
Yeah.
right, buddy, listen, this is how it works."
Yeah.
And I feel that this new generation, maybe my kids' age that are having kids or a little bit older, somewhere in there, they're two buddies with their children.
Well, it's the definition of what is, right? We see it in words, what they mean. Now they mean something else. Redefining the roles in relationships. For instance, I got a bunch of neighbors that I love, don't have kids. They have pets, they have dogs. And they've renamed and relabeled those dogs, those pets, as their children.
Well, I call
So
my dogs my babies, but
right, babies, but hey, I got to go feed my kids.
yeah, no. I gotta feed the
No,
dogs.
no. And so culture seeps in, and somebody comes up with things like this, and everybody that unconsciously has the yearning and the desire to have these things, the real thing, substitute it with whatever it is. And so
Right.
the redefinition of what has been established and what is dangerous. It's dangerous because it diminishes the value and the identity of who we are as a people, who we are as parents. Going back to that friend zone thing, that is the biggest mistake that a parent can make. You can have a beautiful friendship with your son, with your daughter, but you're still the parent,
Correct. And they
right?
have to know the lines there.
Yes, because otherwise, at some point, that kid is going to use that against you.
Mhm. And I have heard a lot of people who were single and then started dating someone with kids. The oldest one has been their buddy and their confidant and their watch the other kids or whatever, the dad or mom of the house. And now this new person's in their life, and that causes major problems too.
Yeah. Well, the whole blended family thing is not easy.
No,
And there are ways of dealing with things like this.
sure. And
Right.
I mean, we went through it. Like I said, my wife and I, between us, have 6 kids. I have 2, she has 3, and then we adopted one. And there's some crazy stuff that happened, but it's all come around. Everybody's grown up, and now everybody's
Yeah.
figuring it out. But
Yeah.
like Derek has cats. Are they your kids, Derek?
Oh yeah.
What do you expect him to say?
Well, I mean, hey, you know how it is, right? You obviously don't have that same connection, but you have the, you know, the unconditional love. So it's just
Oh,
different dynamic, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to,
yeah.
but for the same thing too, like, hey, I'll use an example, and I'm like public enemy number one for saying this, but I really don't care anymore. I noticed moving to Florida, people can't walk their dogs here. It's very weird. And maybe it's just where I live, but the dogs walk the people. So a dog, if you want a dog well trained, it's that first year that it has to know you are the parent.
Sure.
And that means affirmation or reinforcement, negative or positive, in every single way possible. So that dog obeys you, right? Because you don't want to walk around a lake and have it pulling you all over the place and jumping at people and barking at them. And it you can tell. You can really tell. I mean, you can tell. I had dogs growing up, and that's how we handled it. And they were the most well-behaved dogs ever after putting in that effort, after that establishment, just like you're talking, you know, parents not being friends. It's the same thing, same dynamic in that regard. And I see it with dog owners. Like we'll go running on a 10-foot path, right? And we'll take up 3 feet. And the person knows we're coming. They're coming at us. They'll walk into us with the dog. Like, I've had to scream at people like, don't let the dog walk you. Like,
Correct.
you've got 10 feet. You've got a dog. There's tons of people on this path. This isn't the first people this dog has seen. Walk the dog, right? So, I mean, I guess if you want to make that connection, I guess it's a little stretched and far-fetched. But, you know,
I
there
agree.
are some things you establish with a newer pet, if it's a kitten or a puppy, that kind of give that same relationship expectation or conditional programming, you know, to where, you know, if you're a parent too, it's like, yeah, obviously everyone wants their kids to love them, but you're their parent first. Like, you're their parent. You're not their friend. We ain't buddies, we ain't partners, and we damn sure ain't friends.
That's right. So we don't ever get the clock out. That's my saying. I don't get the clock out as a dad. How I address them as adults, it's different. Right. So now it's suggestive.
Sure.
So I'll see something that he does, or he made a decision to do, and I'll look at him, he'll look at me, I'll say, would you consider this? If I were you, I probably would have done this, and because of this. And so the approach is different, but I don't get the clock out as a dad and share my wisdom or my counsel, or even my 2 cents, very strong 2 cents, saying, hey, I think what you did was wrong.
That's a good point. I mean, once you make that commitment, and that drives me nuts, not having kids, just having situations, seeing kids and parents or dogs and like where they're clocked out. And it's like, that's not right. Like,
No, it's not.
I know I didn't make that decision, but if I made that decision, I would be very conscious of it. I know that.
Yeah.
Remember your buddy, Zach, I was eating at a restaurant at, we'll just say at Disney, with a huge aquarium that is designed for kids to watch, like sea turtles and sharks. And in the last time I went there, there was grandparents, parents, and 2 kids on iPads, and they were 4 and 5. And I'm thinking, y'all clocked out, because, like, man, I can't imagine me a kid not being pressed up against that glass, like begging to pull away from the table and like experience why you're there and why you came there in the first place, but you clocked out and you threw it in front of them. And I get it, you get tired, but like, our parents didn't have iPads, so don't tell me that just because you have iPads now you have a different level of energy. It's just a different mentality, and I don't think it's right. I think I think there's reasons why we're supposed to act how we do, instead of just allowing our energy to be passed to something that, you know, a technological resource or something. That's crazy. You can't clock out. You couldn't clock out in the 50s. How come our grandparents had 6 kids and 3 jobs, and the kids took care of each other? If our grandparents went through COVID in the 50s, they'd be like, yes, we get a pool vacation. You know, like, and here we are, like, 5 years ago, like, is your mental health okay because you don't get to talk to people in person? It's like, dude, are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, you still got to keep going. You can't be coddled. Man. You can't be coddled.
That's facts.
I agree. Look, there's nothing more that frustrates me when I see someone the kid's acting up or whatever, and they just give them their phone. No, don't let the phone babysit them. Take care of them. I was at Disney. We've been to Disney, and if you people watch there, you'd be like, you don't need to be a parent.
You do that.
It's
don't need
kids
to be
on
a
the
parent.
phone in the stroller that are 6 or 7, they're prime age, and they're at a $200 a day park ticket park, and I'm like, holy shit.
And
Society, come on, reel it in.
Yeah.
So
That's not magical.
It's crazy.
Dr. Eddie, we got to wrap up. We're getting at that point, but here's 2 things. Number 1, I want you to promote your business, get it out there, tell us the website. We'll put it down in the deets. I'll have my my editor put it down there. And number 2, I think I have an extra slot. I'd like to have you back on in a couple weeks. I think we need to have a part 2. I think this show definitely needs a part 2.
Okay.
You ever seen Kill Tony, the comedic show? You give him a golden ticket?
I am.
You give him a golden ticket? It means you
give
can
me
become a regular.
Tony,
All right.
That's
All
a tough
right.
show. That's
I
hilarious.
have a membership.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll look at my calendar and then I'll send you over the date.
Okay.
What am I saying? I can do it right now. When do we have an opening, Derek?
I think we're at least 2 or 3 weeks out right now. So
and
I know
I'm
you
going
have
away.
one next week, and
I'm going away. Yay! I'm going on vacation.
yeah. So regardless, it'll be far enough out to where you'll be able to check your plans, and
cool.
It'll be actually it's going to be the first Thursday in November, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know the date off the top of my head.
Just send it, and then we can all check our calendars, huh?
Yeah. No, I want to have a part 2 because I think there's so much more you're going to dive into, and we're only scraping the surface, but we could probably go for 3 hours. But we have learned that the algorithms on the interwebs do not like long shows anymore. So
YouTube
this
does not
show
like
will come
Zach
out.
after
This will be
37
a
seconds.
sorry.
YouTube doesn't like Zach after 37 seconds.
Right, they cut me off.
Your headphones are malfunctioning.
They're like, what is wrong?
Just kidding.
It's okay. We haven't been canceled yet, Derek. We're trying every week.
I'm trying to be canceled.
I know. I want to get canceled. Anyway, but we're gonna have Dr. Eddie back in a couple weeks. So, guys, get ready for that show. Make sure you drop some notes in the comments. Ask questions for him. Let's play a little Stump the Therapist.
Let's go. Love it. I love it.
We really appreciate you being here. What is the name? What is your business called?
Bridgework Counseling.
Bridgework Counseling here in Central Florida.
Yes. And the website is bridgeworkcounseling.com.
bridgeworkcounseling.com. Laura, please put that in the deets, would you please? Thank you, my love. That's our editor.
We also have
a shout out every week. So
that's awesome. We also have a nonprofit called The Marriage Project. So you can also go visit our page, donate, see what we're doing. themarriageproject.us.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. And we thank you so much for being a guest tonight. We thank you for everything you do. You know, God bless and God prosper your business. So we'll make sure we get some people for you. As for Derek and myself, we'd like to thank everybody for watching. You guys are the reason we are here. You are our favorite people in the world. Everyone who has subscribed, almost 9,000 of you. We appreciate it. Make sure you tell a friend, pass it on, post it on your page, just get in there. We may come back and do some more live shows. We're taking a break from the live shows, just letting everybody know soon. But until the next time, thank you. We love you all. Peace.